Welcome back everyone to Sword of Mana. I am Marcus and today we are continuing with the game that we started last time, and we are here with a full party right now of Fuji and Sumo together at last, the power couple here. These two, in the last part we found out, one is a former gladiator that had just escaped from imprisonment from the Dark Lord, which is hunting from the Mana clan, which is the clan Fuji originated from, and now both of them are basically reunited together and are trying to find a way to get rid of all this mess. Fuji, after growing up with Sir Bogard as her guardian, has now set on a mission to basically find the survivors of the Mana clan, while Sumo basically just wants to get revenge on Dark Lord for basically killing his family. And right now we are going back to the village of Topol because we found a shady guy along the way, certain Sir Julius, and yeah, the guy seemed like very bad news, so... Thank you for taking me so far. Well then... yeah. If that boy had survived, he'd probably be about his age. Enough, enough! I told myself I wouldn't be controlled by my past. Well, let's go back to the residence here, and let's give the notebook to the kid here. Wow, thanks a lot! Sweet, my book! It's a weird story called Magical Vacation! It's also called Product Placement! Kids at magic school do all sorts of stuff. They beat up enemies with fire, lightning, poison and stuff. Bam, pow, boom, giant acorns! Sorry, got all carried away. I'll let you borrow it when I'm done. Come back when you play sometime. Yeah, Magical Vacation is another game by the developers of this game, Brownie Brown. And it's something that I still haven't played. I should get into it. Sorry, my grandson has been such a bother. You must be tired out. I take the rest of the day off. Yeah, you should. You wanna rest up here? Yes, why not? You go ahead and make yourself comfortable. Come again anytime. May the goddess protect and keep you. Come visit us again. Grandpa is always a lot less cranky when other people are around. I almost forgot. I reckon you'll be facing new dangers on your trip. Here, use this. This rope provides divine protection. When used it, send its owner back to a safe place. I'm afraid that's all I can do. Give it your best. Thank you, sir. So yeah, we got the magic rope, which basically is the escape rope from Pokemon. Basically, in a very layman terms. Now, let's look up what we can buy on the general store, since I feel we used a couple of items. I get one Priest of Edge, one Stardust Herb, just to be safe. I'll keep lay back on the accessories. They used to have weapons called flails. You could throw their chains and pull yourself as far as they go. The farther you tossed it, the farther you went. Yeah, basically introducing the new weapon. Pardon me, are you an adventurer? My name is Luke. Would you help me find my father? Could you ask around? Yes. Actually, my dad works in Wendell. He left Topol to find work there, and he hasn't been back since. He writes now and then, but he had to change his. Haven't been able to contact him. You've all been concerned about his health. That's why he wanted to give him some barbecue newt. Please, would you see if he gets it? Yes? Thank you so much. Barbecue newt is good for the body. Oh right, doesn't matter. Sorry about that. My dad's name is Marco. Thanks for doing this. Well, we got a side quest going. I'm a supremely talented pharmacist. If you collect few things like honey and honey onions and also some nice berries, I'll make a honey elixir that will build up your strength. Thank you. I'll see if I can keep it in mind if I ever come back to this village. I feel... Oh yeah, this is something that we already said. Something fishy about Vincat Hall. Yeah, we're gonna find that out pretty soon. Yeah, I think we don't have anything to do here at this moment. Yeah, at the inn, everyone is basically said everything. Because before, yeah, I already figured that out. I want to be a sage, or at least build up the sage path and see what else I can do. Blast it! I can seem to solve this shabby notebook. Keep trying. Eventually, you succeed, Niccolo. Let's talk to this guy. A little while ago, a grimy swordsman came by. When I told him about your uncle, he seemed pretty interested. Maybe I should have kept my mouth shut. So that guy was with the realm. I worried about Sir Bogard. I better get back to Cascade Cottage. Oh, seems that Subo might be lying to us. Wait a minute. I'm Niccolo, the traveling merchant, and I've got just the thing for your adventure. I specialize in items catered to the individual needs of your trip. And where are you be heading? To find my mother. Oh, then it's a lucky day for both of us. This Popoy notebook is perfect for you. When on your adventure, Popoy's notebook will automatically record maps and monsters, and even your friends. And it's only 10 lucre. Why not pick one? Ka-ching! Thank you so much. You're quite the shopper. Well, I'll see you later. We got Popoy's notebook, and this is basically the bestiary of the game. Everything is stored in here. Tutorials, monster albums, friends. I think that this is something that has to do with the link cable connections. And we have the map here. A very, very small map, but it will increase later. But now we have to get back to the cottage because something is going on with Subo apparently, or either Fuji is being a little paranoid, understandably so, and he has taken a bit of a crab. She's misunderstood something, and now I can finally use this attack. The reason why I couldn't use it before is because I didn't have enough MP, and I wasn't smart enough to realize that. But basically, if it will cost 6 MPs to use the your attack, while the support spell only costs 3. So if you don't have enough MP to use, it will basically default to the support spell. Yeah, I probably should have figured that out in the part before. But it's been a while since I last played this game, so I tried to do a bit of catch up here. And all these seeds and animal bones and stuff, yeah, that's something that we're gonna explore later in a bit more detail, but this is something that really gets... it's something that's inherited from some of the previous games. If it's something that can be said about Sword of Mana, it's basically the amalgamation of everything the Mana series has been up to this point, from the first game up until Legend of Mana. It encapsulates everything. Someone's here. Is it Sir Bogard? Oh, hi, Sumo. What are you doing in this house? So you are one of the realm's heretic hunters. Heretic hunter? With the realm? Wait a minute. What are you talking about? What have you done with Sir Bogard? I haven't done anything. You're lying. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Why would you draw your sword? Just like you did when you destroyed my village. Hold on, you've got it all wrong. My only enemy is Dark Lord. And if you're one of his minions, I will draw my sword. Me? Work for Dark Lord? Get real. Dark Lord is the sworn enemy of my village. Okay, so neither of us works for Dark Lord. Let's calm down or we won't get anywhere. So you ate Granz realm too? Here, it's a letter I found. It must be for you. Huh? It's a letter from Sir Bogard? What? Hiya, I'm Wisp, a light spirit. Recovery from attacks is such is my specialty. How you do? That's a light spirit, isn't it? Can you actually use spirit magic? You've never seen a spirit before? They won't appear to bad people, so I guess you're probably not too bad. Okay then, I'll teach you how to use magic. First, an experience and the magic you want to use, then press the R button. Pressing the R button because the spirit, yeah, whatever. We already seen all this stuff. This is basically the tutorial for the magic because Sumo will only learn how to use magic right at this point. Because Sumo is a big boulder which is all brawn and no spirit. Spirit magic, so I can use it too! Oh, that's right, I forgot the letter. I didn't know it was for you when I read it. Sorry about that. Just as I thought, it's Sir Bogard's handwriting. He's alright. Oh good. I'm going to have to visit Wendell. If you're going to Wendell, would you mind if I tagged along? How come? There's a sage in Wendell by the name of Chiba. Yes, I've heard of him. Are you going to see him? Yeah, there's something I need to ask him. Alright then, let's go to Wendell together. And the party is back together. Hey, that reminds me, the Master of Vincat Hall sealed the cave to Wendell. First, let's head towards Vincat Hall. Yep, let's go to Vincat Hall and let's see what the Master is doing. On the way to Wendell there are cliffs, but you can jump up them. And yeah, this is something... you can jump and press the L button. Thank you, Sumo. This is something that it's a bit unusual for a game with this. We can actually jump. Usually in isometric games, you rarely get to do this kind of stuff, especially of this era. Right now, I think there are a lot more that let you do that. But honestly, the only 16-bit game with this type of view that actually had a jump button that comes to mind is Terra Enigma and not much else. Yet the enemies do constantly respawn, so don't lollygag too much. I think there is a thing where if you keep enemies respawning too long, eventually there will some more powerful type of enemies will spawn in their place, and those are basically black enemies. They are a bitch to fight, but they do drop extremely good material, and getting materials is something that is gonna be very important, especially when it comes to equipment. And I hope I can manage to handle all that right, because, yeah, this game has so many convoluted mechanics, way too many convoluted mechanics, honestly. And I will try and do my best. So now let's go to the cave. Oh, hey, Niccolo. Hey, Fuji. I thought you were thinking of cutting through the cave. Better forget it. There are meta balls blocking the way. But fear not. I've got a perfect remedy for those pesky meta balls. Remember, there are several kinds of meta balls, and each type has its weakness. Quite a predicament. I'd say that only Fuji could take care of it. Could you do that for me? Then it's a deal. Thank you, Niccolo, I guess. But before we go into this road, let's see if there's something else over here now. Niccolo, please. Yeah. And let's enter here. The Batmo Cave. Basically, what can be considered a very first dungeon. And I feel this is the best moment to actually show the NPC settings. Basically, this is a grid that basically controls the behavior of your companions when they are controlled by the CPU. Stay back, they will stay away from the enemies. Close in, they will try and approach. Magic, they will use more magical attacks, and weapons, they will just go brute force in their face. And considering Sumo is basically a swordsman with all strength, let's set him up to be this way. I don't think he also doesn't even have any MP right now. He has some. He has 13 MPs. But yeah, he is basically gonna be you doing that from up close. if his pet-finding AI manages to get over where it's supposed to be. Yeah, this is the annoyance of flying enemies in this game. They will dodge a hell of a lot, and unfortunately, we don't have a ranged weapon that can easily take care of them. If we look at the notebook here, we can see basically every single thing the enemies are weak to. The X means they are immune. The circle is normal. Triangle, they take half damage, and double circle, they take double damage. So with the Batmos, they take double damage from flails, spears, and bow. But yeah, they are very weak also to light and earth attacks with gnome. So yeah, basically what we're gonna have to be doing with Fuji here is basically gonna be spamming the magic button. This chubby noodle seems to be a pretty chunky enemy. Come on, thank you. And yeah, this is basically the constant miss message is gonna be a perfect encapsulation of most of your playthrough if you are on the same level of some enemies. Of course, the support spell doesn't work just on you, but it also works on all the people surrounding you. I'm gonna try and recharge a bit. I won't be doing this too much because, as you can see, especially now, it takes forever. But until we find something more suitable for the Batmos, I guess I'm gonna have to spam more of my magic attack in order to keep Fuji alive. And also, if you keep seeing this up notification, that's basically our weapons and eventually the magic will gradually level up as long as we go. And I mistimed the button there because we will be getting more and more powerful as the adventure goes on. If we want the weapon to be a lot stronger than what it at least seems, you have to basically keep using it. So pick your weapon of choice, and choosing your class also is gonna to influence the power of your weapon. Now these things right here are meta balls. These things have a different weakness depending on whatever they are, and as you can see here, it's doing slashing animations, so it means it's weak to slashing damage, so we can take our next character there. And these are blobs which are going to be, yeah, very resistant to everything that we do right now that isn't magic, and I don't want to waste too much time farming NPs, otherwise this playthrough is just gonna be you watching me crouching for a while. So now let's continue to explore the dungeon. And oh my god, Sumo, can you please? I forgot how bad the pet finding was. This is something that gets critiqued a lot, especially in Secret of Mana. How the pet finding is completely borked the fuck up. It's good to see that some things never change. I might be a bit mean, but honestly I don't exactly mind it. I don't think this is quite that bad. But I have way too low health for me to actually keep risking it this way. Thank you, Sumo. And we got a bow. Attack the magic trajectory is determined by the weapon you currently have equipped. Yeah. Oh, thank you, a level up. This is gonna be very helpful, although not in getting some magic, not in getting some HP, I'll tell you that much. At least we got a full heal every time we level up. And we have our bow now. Attack trajectory changed. We should be doing more damage to the Batmos this way, and also the slimes are vulnerable to this type of attack, so might take a while, but at least we can deal with them without having to resort necessarily to magic. Yeah, that animation was the piercing meta balls, so we have to use the bow. The bow does piercing type of damage, so yeah, it's very helpful. And it's great for flying enemies. Won't help too much with Fuji, because attack power will remain on the low end. If we want to do offensive damage, we either have to use Sumo or just find a way to get physical power a little bit of a boost. And that is where elemental spirits will get into play. Let's see if I can hit him. I freaking missed. And it's probably because of Sumo. He keeps hitting the slime, and it's overriding my attacks. Sumo, get the fuck away! This is fine. I am perfectly okay with this situation. Damn it. Let's... Oh my god. I'm not doing a good job showing off the good points of this game. I actually think I'm starting to do in this game a bit of a disservice, and we are only part 3, guys. But yeah, the things will get a lot better as time goes on. We are very low level, so at this moment we just have to go with whatever we can find. And I'm doing this choice of basically having a magic-oriented character with Fuji. If you don't want to deal with magic, you just have to give Fuji another class to build. You're not forced to keep her on the magical path. You can just go and make her a warrior if that's what you prefer. I think this is the best. I used the magic rope by mistake. No! Where are we? It brought me back to the last point I saved. I see you in a bit! And we are back where I first used this freaking magic rope by mistake, and I have learned a lesson. Don't be hasty on that freaking menu. And I got a final level up, so right now I can basically show you the first class change that we get. We get a cleric, and healing light gets a plus 10 in effectiveness. This is the most straightforward class change you will get. Just pick 5 level of your starting class, and this is where everything will start. This is the base level. Now we're gonna have to work towards the other stuff, and if you think it will be just a straightforward keep leveling up that single stat, no. We're gonna have to mix and match a lot of stuff in order to get the other levels, and it's not exactly straightforward as to what you need to do. And I'm gonna check online if there's something that is actually said, because the first time I played this game I had no freaking clue what I had to do. We cannot buy this, but let's see if we can buy some items. 220. Ooh, magic walnuts. This basically will we can use this to gain back some MPs. This would be pretty freaking mandatory to have with my build of Fuji, because she will basically be a glass cannon in terms of HP. Everything will basically blow her up into pieces, but she will be a freaking monster in terms of magical utility, and she will have a freaking ton of MP to use. So now let's go and reach Vincat Hall. Can you move your ass? I told it to stay... I should have said to stay close to me, not so much the enemies, because it seems that trying to follow the enemies is backing up, is pathfinding like something fierce. Either that or the fact that I keep running when I should be walking in order to give him a chance to stay close to me. Oh my god. But yeah, this is gonna be quite fun to see how much my my class will change, evolve, and how much powerful I will get. I love especially the fact that we have so many different types of weapons that will impact our attack works. Like you see here, we have this arch path that we do with our bow and arrow, when before it was just a straight blast of energy forward. If we had to use the stick. But yeah, we have reached Wicked Hall, but it seems to be closed because if you remember what the people said at Topple, the castle only opens up at night. So now let's go running around here and find a place to rest. Hey Fuji, I got some stuff I can have for 50 lucre. Yeah, give it to me. It's cactus essence. All you do is plant it in a pot and voila, you get a hothouse. Check it out once you find the pot. Ka-ching! Thank you much. You're quite the shopper. Well, I'll see you later. And we received the cactus essence, and we have a vase in here for us to use it, but we're gonna check it out in the next part of Sword of Mana. I am Marcus, and we'll see each other in the next video. Take care of yourself, guys.